Talk turkey this morning. What are some of the big things people need to know when it comes to turkey for Thanksgiving?
Cooking your turkey to 165 or, sometimes we like to say just to be safe, 170 in that thigh. Temping your turkey is always important just to prevent foodborne illnesses. Don't wash your turkey ahead of time and make sure it is thawed. We like to keep things safe in the kitchen, so that's what we always like to do. We do get questions on if you don't thaw your turkey in time. I've seen a lot of things going around my social media of is, girl, thaw that turkey, get it set out. We are a couple days away, but you can cook it from frozen. It's going to take a little bit longer. Cook it the night before, get up, put it in your oven, and it'll be ready by morning.
Wow, so you just think ahead of time is what it sounds like. Now, the second thing you mentioned is getting a lot of talk this year because everybody is so careful when it comes to, germs and things like that over the past 8 months or so. You said don't wash your turkey, and I want you to explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so a lot of times, people want to wash their turkey to rinse it off. We don't really encourage that because a lot of times your sink is not deep enough to fit a whole turkey. This year might be a little different with those smaller gatherings. However, when you rinse your turkey, a lot of times it gets on the counter, the water and things. So with that, the water has germs in it, and we're not always great at wiping the counter down after and everything we do. I always wash my hands after I'm handling any raw poultry, but we don't really always think about the counter. We always think about our hands, not the counter. So that's what we like to say is if your sink usually isn't deep enough, so don't spread those germs when you don't need to.
Don't wash away the flavor either. Morgan, as you mentioned, things are going to be a little bit different this year. Our gatherings are going to look smaller, so maybe we're not looking at a whole bird just to feed maybe one or two of us. What are some other turkey options that people can think about as maybe instead of just a whole bird?
Yeah, there's plenty of options. Hopefully your grocer has options in the meat counter or in that cold fridge space there. I have some here today if you guys would like to see some. So what I like to do, at that age 23, to be honest, it wasn't in the job description to have to cook a whole bird. So I have actually never fully done it. Helped out, never done one my own. So for those who are at home, never cooked a whole bird before, it's not something to be scared of. So what I like to do is just take some chicken broth, what I have here, and then some turkey tenderloins, which you can find in your store, and this is what the package looks like. So then all you have to do is put that in your crock pot, put a little chicken broth just so it doesn't stick to the sides, and some poultry seasoning, and then cook it if the breasts are thawed, cook it in there for about 4 hours for those tenderloins, and then it smells like Thanksgiving in your kitchen. And then I just mix mine with a hand mixer. I don't use forks. It's just so much easier. And then you come out with this beautifully shredded product like I have here.
Look at that. Use a hand mixer to shred. That is brilliant.
Yeah, it works. This is the size of the hand mixer that I used. And this is the ingredient. So super simple. I definitely don't overthink my recipes at all. I'm quick, and I like to put it in the crock pot so that I don't have to do anything at night when I get home from work, too.
It's like one of those big roaster cookers that you got going there, too, so those always come in handy.
And it sounds juicy with using chicken stock on there. So many people are afraid of dry turkey. One, you're kind of controlling your size portions depending on how many people are going to be there. And two, you're guaranteeing yourself a nice juicy turkey.
Yeah, for sure. And, some people have added butter to theirs. That always gives it more flavor. You kind of can just play with it and find out what you like. It's no different than cooking, chicken breast in the crock pot as well. Yeah. So I like to say, quite frankly, awesome. I think it's juicier, but that I might have a biased opinion.
Have some fun with
let's talk real quick about the national pardoning of the turkeys, because those are Iowa turkeys today, right?
Yeah, so Ron Cardell is the chairman of the National Turkey Federation, and so he chose to raise the birds this year himself. And they made the trip out on Saturday afternoon to D.C., and they arrived with a red carpet entrance to the Willard Hotel, and they have just been treated wonderfully out there. They're enjoying their time.
There's corn and cob with Greta from the Iowa Turkey Federation. They're in a hotel room. They stay in a hotel room,
yeah.
Jackie.
They get the life when they head out to D.C. and, of course, get to continue to live their life as they will be pardoned. It's just part of the tradition. So it's nice to see the tradition still happen in such a wonderful way. Morgan, if people have more questions or things they want to know about their turkey, can they reach out to the Iowa Turkey Federation? What do you recommend if people are still having some questions out there?
Yeah, of course. We always like to direct, the National Turkey Federation has a great detailed website. They have turkey smoke if you're doing it in the smoker, just a bunch of different recipes. They can always pick up the phone and call us. If you just go to iowaturkey.org, you can find contact links to contact Greta or myself, and our phone number is there, and you can just give us a call or shoot us an email.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, great job today in the kitchen. Wonderful job.
Get your hand mixer out. That's a brilliant idea.